Welcome back to the channel, capturing my journey from car restoration through to the MG Car Club Speed Series in 2022. In this episode we're going to be fitting some interior trim. So this is my starting point. As you can see, we've got absolutely nothing in it. We've got none of the interior panels fitted yet. You can see I fitted the door panels already and also the small runner that sits at the bottom of the door, but other than that the interior is missing all of the trim. So I bought some trim, I've got the panels ready to go on the side. So first thing to do is to check the regulations and make sure what we can and what we can't do for sprinting and hill climbing. So just looking at the regulations, all of the carpets have to be retained except for the rear bulkhead and rear side panels. I've already removed those, as has been shown in previous videos, and replaced them with aluminium panels, and that will act as a firewall. The only other thing that can be taken out is the footwell carpets by the look of it. So other than that, I need to fit a full carpet set. So here's our trim panels. We've got the front bulkhead, we've got two sides for the footwell, and then we've got the opposing footwell sides as well. So those are all ready to go in. And here we've got the full carpet set. The old set was brown and in a fairly bad way, so I decided just to buy a new one, and wanted a fairly neutral black interior. So we've got a lot of panels that go around the rear, but some of the key panels that I'm after here, well, the footwell area, they won't be used, but then we've got our tunnel sections here. We've got the other tunnel section here with the cutout for the handbrake. This is the main one, our rear bulkhead, so this is probably going to be one of the first ones that goes in. And then of course we've got our floor sections as well that sit underneath the seats. So let's have a look. I'm going to be using a number of different methods to hold the trim in. So first of all, we've got the spray impact adhesive. That's going to be great for the rear bulkhead, just to keep the carpets down. I've got some in heavy duty Velcro, so sticky back Velcro. That's really useful as well for keeping stuff in place, but so it can easily be removed. And then some of the more permanent fixing methods. So for some of the front trim, I'm going to be using some screws, screwing those into the bulkhead and so on. And then for the tunnel trim, I'm going to be using some pop studs, so mounting some female versions on the bulkhead, and then through the carpet, popping the holes and putting in some pop studs, so that can be easily removed when required. Right, let's get on with it. I've decided to start here with the interior panels. So over on the inside here, across the front, inside, and over on the right hand side. So for these, it's going to be a combination of Velcro and screws to hold those in. So let's cue the music and start the time-lapse camera. So that's the interior around of the tunnel fixed. So now I'm going to move on to the side footwells. Okay, so with our interior panels now into the car, we can carry on with the carpet. First up then, the bulkhead, and what I'm going to do is use impact adhesive to hold this top edge down, and then I can secure the rest of the carpet to the rear bulkhead. So let's do that first. So with the rear carpet now in place, it's a fairly easy job now to fit the carpet across the back and also the footwells. So this piece of carpet here will be secured with a couple of pop studs. I'm not going to secure the floor because the seats will be mounted through here, so that they'll be well secured anyway, which just leaves the tunnel left to go. So I've got two pieces there. Let's fit those and see how they fit. So the carpets fit pretty well. It's hard on the tunnel. So next thing to do is going to be to get the pop studs and put two either side, about here. And then on the front, I'm going to be putting two either side again, about here, to secure the front carpet down. So just to explain the process here that I'm using, I managed to find these small pop stud male connectors with screws already in. I've drilled two pilot holes and I've screwed those into the side of the tunnel there. And then what I've done is marked up on the carpet, used a hole punch to punch a hole, and then fed through the female connector together with the cap, and then using the tool as so, what I've done is put the pop stud on the tool and then hammered it down to secure that into place. And I've done two so far, but those fit well, so I've just got the other two to do on the other side, and that'll be the first carpet done. Finally, the carpet is installed. You can see the pop studs around the rear carpet, that's holding that in place nice and secure. And then on the tunnel here, we've got two pop studs here. There's one underneath, tucked underneath there, you can just see. And we got three on either side of the tunnel. And then you can see how that goes around the handbrake there. So together with the floor wells in place, the trim around the dashboard, that's that job done. So ready to move on to the next one, which is fitting the seats and harnesses.